Good morning, guys. I was at a garage sale and picked this Lodge up for $5. Generally, I wouldn't spend too much time looking at Lodge, but I've kind of wanted one of these. And for $5, I thought I couldn't pass it up. The reason I don't really care for Lodge too much usually is that texture. It's not smooth. On my good cast iron pans, when you know, touching the bottom, or it's just smooth like glass. I haven't had a lot of luck with that texture of a pan. Stuff sticks to it. I don't, even after it's seasoned, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grind it down and season it, and we'll see what we come up with. Figure what the heck, it was $5. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So this is where we've gotten to. It's a lot more smooth on the sides, but I can't really get the bottom, so I'm going to use this grinder, pneumatic grinder, for the bottom. Okay, it's working. I don't know that I'm going to get it totally smooth like I'd really like it. Well, I probably could if I spent a lot of time. But this I don't mind so much. This is the texture I don't like. It's what I'm trying to get rid of. And it's getting there. I mean, I suppose I've been working on it for 20-25 minutes now. The angle grinder works really good for the sides, but I can't get it in there to do this, so I have to use the pneumatic grinder, and it's a little slower. But it's working, so we'll keep at it. Okay, I think I'm done grinding. Just gonna wipe it out. And then I'm gonna polish it. I don't know that I would need to polish it, but I figured, I got the disc, I may as well try. That's what we ended up with. I think it's fairly smooth, so I think it'll be a better quality now. We'll find out. Okay, there's the pan I ground out. Now, before any of you say you never should do that, I bought this with this in mind. My intent was to do this. I don't care if it ruins it. I wanted to try it. Okay? So I get it if you don't like what I did or you think it's wrong. My point was I just wanted to see what would happen. And so I did it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the oven on the self-clean cycle. So you have all that. This one already is I've used it, is pretty non-stick. But I'm going to re-season it, start all over, and see if we can make it look pretty. I'm going to start the oven, put it on self-clean, and let them sit there until they've totally cooled. Alright, they've cooled down. I'm still going to wear this because they're still a little bit warm. I don't know how warm because I didn't touch them, but So all that caked on crud came off just fine. So that cleaned them up good. The next step, like I said, is just going to be scrubbing them with a Brillo pad or a steel wool and dish soap. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, it's the next morning. These things are actually plenty cool. I'm gonna scrub them out. I'm just gonna use some Dawn dish soap and some 4-aught steel wool. And I'm gonna scrub them real good. And this process is the only time you should use dish soap on a cast iron pan. When you're done cooking, you shouldn't need any more than, water and a towel, paper towel at best, or at worst. That's not what I want to do. Just one of these plastic scrapers. Shouldn't need more than that. Absolutely, you should never use dish soap on a seasoned cast iron pan. I have one at the cabin that when we're done with it, literally all I need to do is use a paper towel and wipe it out. Okay. Rinse it off and see what we got. I think it says 9-inch skillet, made in USA is all it says on the bottom. Number 6. Okay. Well, I think that turned out pretty good. I think it's nice and smooth. I think that's going to turn out to be a good, have a good cooking surface. So what we're going to do is dry it. You never wanted to let a cast iron pan air dry. They'll rust. They'll flash rust. So we're going to dry it off. Then we're going to get the other pan washed up. That's the oven preheating to 200 degrees. Once these are clean and dry, I'm going to put them in and bring them up to 200 degrees. And then I'm going to take them out and oil them. Alright, here we go. Oven's up to 200 degrees. Now these need to sit in here and get up to temperature. I suppose that'll take a little while. I don't know, we'll give it a half an hour and see what happens. Okay. Been a little bit over half an hour, about 35 minutes, and I'm going to oil the pans. I'm going to use Crisco, and I'm just using a cotton cloth rag. That's a old t-shirt is what it is. Oil it up good. Got everything? All right. Then once I've got it on, I'm going to take another rag and wipe it all off. Get all that excess oil off to where it looks dry. And then we are going to up the temperature in the oven to 300 degrees. And once it's up to temperature, we're going to let these sit in there for 15 minutes. And then we're going to take them back out and wipe them again. Because then more oil will have pushed out and pooled up. And you can skip that part if you want to. It's not essential, but if you want them to look good without having blotchy, burned oil spots in them, you want to wipe them down again. So I'm going to finish these up. We're going to put them in the oven upside down. I'm going to finish these up, and then we'll change the temperature. In fact, I'm going to put it up to... We're going to get heating up to that 300 degrees now. All right, let's get in the oven. It just beeped, it's up to 300 degrees. So we'll get this one in there. Upside down again. Set the timer for 15 minutes. And take them out and wipe them again. It's been 15 minutes. We're going to take them out. That one really didn't have any extra. See, we're getting a little bit more oil out of there. These babies are hot, so be very careful. So we got that excess out of there. Now we're going to put it back in the oven. We're going to go up to 400 for 2 hours. And that'll be the seasoning. You could use them then. I will do this all one more time. Not the cleaning, but as far as the seasoning. Get them up to 200 degrees, oil them, put them in for 15 minutes at 300, wipe them again, and then put them in for 2 hours at 400. I'll do that twice. All right. Show you what they look like after this round. One thing I forgot to say is to leave the, once your 2 hours is up at 400 degrees, leave them in the oven to cool down to a temperature you can touch them at. Just let them sit there. It's going to take a while, but let them sit there and cool off. Sorry, I'm making pico de gallo, and just the aroma of those hot peppers is making me cough. So that's the end of the 4 hours, or 2 hours at 400 degrees. So we're just going to turn the oven off and let them cool down on their own. Okay, well they've cooled. I've got my second season on them. And I think this one turned out really good. This one still seems a little dry, but it's got 2 seasons on it, so we're gonna try it this morning. We're gonna test it with some scrambled eggs. Well, I can tell you it's not as seasoned as I would like. Because ideally,
It's only 52 different.
this would just wipe out with, ideally this would just wipe out with paper towel and no water even, with no scraping. It's not bad, but it would have been nice if it just wiped out. So now, I mean, it's clean. It didn't. It's not like you had to sit and scrub too bad. So it did work okay. It's just I would like to be able to just take it and wipe it. To me, that's when it's truly seasoned well. So now we're just going to dry it off. Going to turn it on a medium heat or so. Just make sure it's dry, and then I'm going to put a coat of maintaining oil on it, and then we'll put it away. All right. I like to oil them again before I store them away. Don't have to sit in the oil, but I like to get a good coat of oil on it. All right, now we're just gonna let that cool off. I'll put it away. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.